N. Srinivasan is not lying, but is he telling the truth? The Chennai Super King claims to have got rid of conflict of interest, but the BCCI is not ready to believe this. And that is exactly what the Indian board plans to prove in the Supreme Court via a petition. For more on this story, I'm joined by my colleague Rika Roy. Rika, what is it that the BCCI has in their possession that will prove that Mr. Srinivasan's conflict of interest still exists?
Well, Nikhil, this petition is going to be filed in Supreme Court this week, and the BCCI has on them the current shareholding pattern, or how, in fact, the new entity CSKCL, Chennai Super Kings Cricketers Limited, the new company was formed, how the equities were given, equities worth 10 rupees, 50,000 of them were made, and then they were transferred to a trust. The trust was not registered, and apparently the beneficiaries of the trust were to be the promoters and non-promoters of CSKCL, and the percentage of share that went to the non-promoters would have been given to ex-cricketers fund. So all this was not made clear because the trust has still not been registered. Apparently that's what BCCI plans to say in the Supreme Court in the petition that is going to come up. In fact, they say that they have a valid proof to give to the Supreme Court to say that Srinivasan still has not cleared his conflict of interest.
Okay, just to simplify it for our viewers, what you're trying to say is that the demerger may have happened, and because they said the demerger has happened, it's got nothing to do with India Cements. But if you take a look at it, there are still connections between N. Srinivasan and the new entity that they formed owns Chennai Super Kings. Okay, my next question to you is, Rika, wouldn't this have some serious repercussions on the Chennai Super Kings as well? Because, you know, Supreme Court had made it very clear in their earlier order, conflict of interest cannot exist. So, can some action now be taken against Chennai Super Kings by the BCCI? Because remember, they're still looking at how to punish that particular franchise after the findings of the Mukul Mudgal panel and then later by the Lodha panel.
Well, Nikhil, any further action would mean that the franchise is scrapped. One really doesn't know whether the BCCI will go to that extent to scrap the franchise. Remember, not having two franchises and getting two new franchises in will also impact BCCI's finances in the next season. They have to do many calculations now to have two new franchises in next year, and then next 2 years, after 2 years, to have 10 franchises in IPL. All of this requires a lot of juggling around, requires a lot of financial manipulations. So one really doesn't know whether they will take the harshest action, that is scrapping the franchise altogether.
Okay, hypothetical question to you, Rika. If by that petition the BCCI is able to convince the Supreme Court that the conflict of interest still exists, then is it fair to say that Mr. Srinivasan can never attend BCCI meetings because he would be disobeying the Supreme Court, which earlier had said that if conflict of interest is there, he cannot attend any meeting, and yet he wanted to attend the working committee meeting earlier this month?
Well, Nikhil, this is a hypothetical question, and the answer to it is yes. But let's look at the possible scenarios. What happens now is, if he is not allowed to attend further BCCI meetings, it would mean that he will not get an entry into BCCI's annual general meeting. It also means that it could impact his ICC future, which means that the BCCI, the current BCCI members may choose not to elect him for another term in the ICC, which means his ICC presidency goes. That probably is far more important to Mr. Srinivasan at this point in time than to remain in the BCCI as a Tamil Nadu Cricket Association chief.
Okay, now since you mentioned that ICC post, isn't this a strange situation that the world of cricket finds itself in, Indian cricket especially, that the Indian board is going to be taking the boss of international cricket to court?
Well, ICC has always maintained its stance that he is not guilty because he is not proven guilty. The Supreme Court has asked him to step aside because of conflict of interest, which probably ICC doesn't think is something to let go, the grounds enough to let go of N. Srinivasan. So yeah, it is a queer situation. It is a typical situation that Mr. Srinivasan finds him in. But really the onus lies with ICC, the ICC board members, to see how they can carry forward with an ex-Indian board chief who's now been tried by the court, who's now been told by the court not to attend, not to be a part of the BCCI.
All right, this N. Srinivasan BCCI saga gets murkier by the day. Thanks so much for joining us, Shrika, with those exclusive details. We can expect the BCCI to be filing a petition very, very shortly in the Supreme Court to try and prove that Mr. N. Srinivasan's conflict of interest still stands.